As a committed Democrat, are very serious concerns. I was shocked when the president's proclamation was read yesterday evening, and I promptly issued a statement condemning it. I'm not in support of it. Okay? It doesn't, in my view, as you rightly said in your intro, meet the constitutional threshold, in my view. Are there concerns? Are there worries? Yes, there are in Rivers State. But it's not one that a declaration of emergency will address. It doesn't call for it. If you look at the Constitution, Section 305 of the Nigerian Constitution, it gives you, spells the conditions that will warrant or justify a declaration of a state of emergency. But Charles, that's not the only thing. You can declare a state of emergency which is provided for in the Constitution, without necessarily, and at the same time, removing elected leaders, the governor and his deputy, as well as the members of the State House of Assembly. The Supreme Court has held that the Honorable Martins Amehule is the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Then that issue is settled, subject to other litigations, because I hear there are so many litigations on the way. Conditions now have to be made conducive for all to carry out their legitimate constitutional duties and functions. But Charles, I know that we are dealing with very tense situations. And since this proclamation last night or yesterday evening, I've been busy calling and receiving calls, making calls and calling for calm, for people to reduce the temper. Because, you know, no matter how well-intentioned, when you sit down in Abuja and make a proclamation, a statement like that, it sends shockwaves, and people react differently. Some see it as highly provocative and oppressive. Others see it as something that, so I've been calling on people. Firstly, my people have been making the case that this is not and should not be seen as a war between two tribal groups who are brothers and neighbors, the Ikwere people and the Ijaw people. And I've been making that case for a long time now, but more so since yesterday. So that, Charles, we don't wake up one morning and have a situation like Rwanda, where overnight neighbors wielding machetes and other weapons of war unleash terror and violence on others, brothers, calling them cockroaches and rats and so on. This is how these things begin.
It's a very frightening
So
thought.
that, I want to use this opportunity, even now as I'm appearing before you, and I urge all leaders across the divide to do so, and to make the point that this should be seen as a political contest, a battle for the control of the political soul of Rivers State, and perhaps with the resources thereof. You understand?
Yes.
And not a war between ethnic groups. There are Ijaw leaders who are supporting the Minister of State, key leaders of our people. Some of them are in touch with me. As well as there are also Ikwere people, the minister's ethnic group in Rivers State, who are also supportive of the governor. So I want to make that point clear. And I want to urge all our people to see it like and make the explanation.
Right.
So that we don't wake up one morning and have a Rwanda kind of situation.
And that's
very important.
Very important
Very important
advice.